Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone. On this session, I will explain how to configuration the DHCP server. The DHCP server is a device whose job it is to manage the automatically assigned IP address to existing client computers. Meanwhile, a computer or a device such as cell phone that receives an IP address from a DHCP server is called a DHCP client. DHCP server usually assigns a special dynamic IP address on each client computer. DHCP server function namely is managing and distributing IP address, preventing IP conflict, updating IP address, automatically supporting IP address risk. First, we open the Winbox. First, we check the interface using the interface print command enter, and we can see and it be seen the and we can see I use Ether2 as a DHCP server. If we have create an IP address for the DHCP server using the command IP address add address 24.24.24.1/24 interface Ether2 enter, and we check with the command IP address print, and we can see the address is 24.24.24.1/24. After that, we configure the DHCP server setup using the IP DHCP server setup and DHCP server interface. We use the Ether2 enter. DHCP address space we use 24.24.24.0/24 enter. Gateway for DHCP network is 24.24.24.1 enter, and address to give out is 24.24.24.2 until 24.24.24.254 enter. Then as servers we use 8.8.8.8 enter, and for the lifetime is 10 minutes and enter. If we have checked the DHCP server using the IP DHCP server print, and we can see that we have successfully. After that, we do testing, but we see first if the Ethernet desktop client is already obtained. Close. We disable and enable. We see in the status detail, and we can see that IP address are 24.24.24.254 and IP default gateway is 24.24.24.1 and IP DNS server is 8.8.8.8. We close, reconnect. We check which proxy client is connected to the DHCP server using the IP DHCP server list print. The address is 24.24.24.254 and status is D or dynamic. After that, we do the configuration DHCP server static. First, we create a static IP DHCP server for the client, which means this IP is the IP that we have to set for the client. We edit it to make it static with the IP DHCP server list command. DHCP server list make static numbers 0. Enter. After that, we check with the command IP DHCP server list print. After that, the IP address setting using the IP DHCP server list set number. After that, if we have done the IP address setting using the IP DHCP server list set numbers 0 address 24.24.24.24. Enter. You can use the IP you want. Then check using the IP DHCP server list print. And we can see here address is 24.24.24.24. After that, we check by looking at the desktop and the result can be seen if the IP has changed to the one we previously configured. We open the network, change adapter setting, we disable first. After that, we enable again. We see in the status and details. And we can see the IP is 24.24.24.24. It's meaning that we have successfully to do the configuration DHCP server. Thank you for your attention and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.